I don't really want to say it, but happy June! Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel for another goals video. It is June 1st. I don't even know. This is the 6th month of the year. At the end of this month, half of 2020 will be over. Actually, that might not be a bad thing. Let's be honest here. Anyway, today we are here to talk about my June goals. Every month I like to go over the goals I have set in my Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets Goals Action Planner, and this month is going to be no different. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Last month was a little bit of a hot mess. I had all of the best of intentions, as one always does, but then I hit massive burnout about halfway through the month. I hit a lull in my motivation and my discipline and wanted to do literally nothing. Literally nothing. So there are a lot of goals in here I don't think I actually achieved. You know what? Let's go look. I wasn't going to share with you originally, but let's just look. Let's go see. Yeah, what did I finish? I finished my finances. I did do the Enneagram date night. Okay, so my weekly items actually all happened really, really well, but I'm not going to spend time working through all of that because all in all, I felt like it wasn't really a productive month for me in terms of my goals. If you're curious as to what those goals were, go look at my May video, but I can tell you that most of the monthly goals, a lot of them got kind of taken back. I did a couple, but not all of them. All the weekly goals were okay. And I got about halfway through the month before my daily goals started to suffer a bit too. So we are just moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on. Let's just take a look at June, shall we? So at this point, quarantine is no longer a thing because A, the states are starting to open back up, but B, we are transitioning from quarantine to basically our new normal. And that is at least the mindset that I am taking with this going forward. I'm no longer in quarantine. What life is right now is what life is. Period. So I'm starting to try and adjust as such. So this month's goals, I have a lot of stuff I want to accomplish, but I also have a lot of things on here that I'm going to do to try and prevent the burnout that I experienced in the last month. So I've got big goals, but I also have goals that are very practical, and I have some goals that are a lot of fun and everything in between to kind of help me reset and refocus. And reset is actually my top priority of the month, and I just want to make sure that I take this new normal and turn it into something that actually works for me, and my goals reflect that. So as per usual, my goals are organized into 3 separate sections: monthly action items, weekly action items, and daily action items. So I'm just going to go down the list and explain to you what the goals I have set for myself this month are. The first monthly action item I have is summer bucket list creation, and that is strictly a fun thing. I was reflecting this week and I realized that summer, my favorite season, well, okay, fall is my favorite season, but I long for summer because of winter. I want to be out in the heat. I want it to be sunny. I want to be outside and all of those things. And I'm so excited that the summer weather has finally made it to Minnesota. However, with coronavirus taking over everything and changing everything, and there's this new normal of masks and no large gatherings, and all of the things that I usually look forward to in summer kind of have to be changed. It's my first full summer away from my family in Illinois. We don't have a whole lot of friends here, and 2020 hasn't exactly allowed us to make more friends. So summer is going to look and feel very, very different. And I need to be okay with that. But because of that, I have to sit and figure out how I can still make the most of summertime. And that's where this comes into play. This is actually one of the little mini sheets that you can get in the Cultivate What Matters shop. And when I got my power sheets, I got the whole set of these sheets as well. And this one is just the fun list and has a list of, I think, 23 checks on here, and you fill in the fun list. It can be whatever the heck you want. So I actually labeled it Summer Fun List 2020. And I want to create and fill up this list with things that I can do or that me and my husband can do to still enjoy and embrace the season of summer. As of right now, I have only 3 things written on here. I have go out for ice cream because the local ice cream shops will still be open even if you can't go inside. There'll still be rules, but we can still go get good, legit ice cream. eat outside, like at a restaurant, and have drinks on our patio, because that we can do. I have at least 20 more items to fill into this, my friends. Let me know in the comments below what things should be on my summer bucket list. The next action item is a work item, and it is to make a channel trailer. Diva and the Divine does not have a trailer for my YouTube channel, so I want to create one, and I haven't quite figured out how I want to do this, how I want to approach it, but I've got the whole month to figure it out. So my goal is to create a channel trailer by the end of this month. Read Chasing Cupcakes. Chasing Cupcakes is the book club book for Diva and the Divine book club for the month of June. So I want to make sure that I read that book because I have to do a book club on it. I once again have stick to a content plan written down on my goals, but this time it's going to be different. Did I stick to my content plan in May? Again, from about the first half of the month I did, and then I just didn't. And then I didn't. That's the honest to God truth. And then I didn't. This month is going to be different though, because not only do I have like what dates I want to publish things on, I have the titles. I literally have what video I want to publish on what day already written out for the entire month, which means I no longer have to brainstorm anything. I just have to do it. I have to turn the goal into a to-do list. There's no more thinking. There's no more, I mean, there's some thinking, but you know what I'm saying? I have the decisions already made, which will make this month's content calendar exponentially easier for me to stick to. I'm very, very excited about that. I want to finish a diamond painting. Have you guys seen those little like rhinestone paint by numbers where you do one itty bitty little gemstone at a time and the end result is this beautiful shimmery picture? I have a couple of those that I have not touched in ages. One of them that I just started but have not worked on in months and months and months is a picture of a Yorkie, and I think it would be so fun to have that finished. So I want to complete one of my diamond paintings, because when I do these little diamond paintings, I turn on an audiobook or a podcast or some music or a TV show that I enjoy, and I can just go. I can just go, and it's pretty mindless, and it really just lets me relax and get out of the stress of life and the worries in my head and the things around me, and I just get to do something fun and creative for a little while, which is exactly the goal. It's one of the things that I want to do to detach from my everyday work and homemaking and all that jazz. Next up, I have read the 4th Harry Potter book, which is going to be a little bit of a challenge since I'm only about 3 chapters into the 3rd Harry Potter book. Reading has been really slow this month, so I have a lot of Harry Potter to catch up on. Next action item is declutter my spaces, and I have a different little mini worksheet that has me organizing which spaces I want to declutter and lets me schedule them so I can put them in my calendar and get them done. Now, it might feel like I did decluttering stuff not that long ago, but let's be honest, our rooms could pretty constantly use a little bit of a declutter and a refresh. Am I right? So I'm just feeling like one of the things I do when I need to relieve stress or when I want to detach is also clean. I clean things, I organize things, and I love getting rid of things. So going through and picking a couple of rooms to work on this month, my office is gonna be one of them, even though I just did it. I feel like there's still more that needs to happen, I think. Get rid of things, reorganize things, and just make things feel fresher with the new season. My next goal is a July content plan. I was so fired up by putting together my June content calendar, complete with titles of videos, dates that they need to be uploaded, and I'm working on storyboards and stuff for them as well. I was so pumped. Like, as soon as I finished it, I could feel the desire to work and create oozing back into my body immediately, and I'm not even exaggerating. So the fact that I felt like that, and I was like, oh, so this is what I need. I need to have a very detailed plan set in place. That is motivating me to want to do that again moving forward. So my goal for June is to create July's content calendar. What would you like to see on that content calendar? Let me know in the comments below. And then my last monthly action item I am so excited about, and that is to move into my new Erin Condren Life Planner. You guys know that I got my hands on some PR from Erin Condren, and I was one of the first people to get the Daily Duo Life Planner, which is my planner piece. I am convinced of it, but the bummer about being on the Erin Condren PR list is you get your hands on planners months early that you can't use until July. And so I've been sitting here twiddling my thumbs, like very, very cautiously and minimally sticking stickers in here and there, trying to get into it, even though I can't really get into it yet. You know, I don't want to get into it because I want to film a plan with me video about moving into my planner, but I am so excited that by the end of this month, I will be officially using my Erin Condren Daily Duo. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I will link my Erin Condren Daily Duo walkthrough video down below and up there for you to check out. All right, weekly action items. These are items that I want to achieve every single week, starting with, wait for it, not 70,000 steps, I'm up leveling 100,000 steps a week, ladies and gentlemen. I just need to do more. I went for a gross and sweaty 80-degree walk the other day, and I felt so good after that 2.5 mile walk that I just could barely contain my excitement. And I was like, I need to do this more. I need to get motivated to move more. I want to do more. And I've been loving Lift 4. Like I keep saying, this is all on repeat. I've been loving Lift 4, and by the end of this month, I will have completed Lift 4, but I want to move even more. So I just need to up my step count. So instead of averaging the 10,000 steps a week or a day, I want to average closer to 15, I think it is, 100,000 steps a week. Yes. Shocker to nobody, date night is an action item for every single week. My next action item is get outside at least 4 times. Weather permitting, of course. And we've had some very weird weather lately where it's been rainy for like days and days and days at a time, which is not fun. But if it's just sitting out on the patio or going to get some of those 100,000 steps I need in a week outside with a walk, I want to make sure that I am intentionally reconnecting with nature. And there are great places for me to do that in my own neighborhood. I just need to make the choice to get out of the house and go do it. Will it be sweaty and sunny and gross? Yes, and I will love every minute of it. But there's just something so refreshing about making the choice to be outside for a little while, so I want to make sure that I do that at least 4 times every week. My next weekly action item is music, and I figured out what my problem was. You know how I always keep trying to play the piano for at least 30 minutes or play the piano for 2 hours a week or whatever the case may be, and I never do it? I figured out that it is because I'm putting pressure on myself to do it that I don't do it. That's very rebellious of me, even though I'm an obliger. That's a very rebel tendency. But for me, the second I'm told I have to do something, I don't want to do it anymore. So I have to make the choice to find free time and go, you know what I should do right now? I should do something that has to do with music. Maybe I'll go play the piano. So the goal is to do something that has to do with music every single week. It could be sitting down and watching a musical. It could be sitting down at the piano and singing, or maybe putting my headphones on and just playing the piano instead of singing, since it's right outside my husband's office. Or it could be bonding with some playlists on Spotify, which I have been doing regularly, and it has been feeding my soul to do that. So I just want to take intentional time every week, at least once, to bond with music in some way. Next up, I have tech clean out, and that basically means once a week I want to set aside half an hour, 45 minutes, and clean out my tech. Delete apps I'm not using anymore, delete voicemails, delete emails, delete duplicate files, move movie files, go through social media and unfriend or unfollow accounts and people that aren't serving me positively, aren't making me feel good things, or are making me feel negative things. I just want to take some intentional time to go and clean out things so even my technology feels a little bit fresher and cleaner. Another weekly action item that I'm carrying over from May is a Sabbath Day of Rest. I really enjoyed doing that. And that is something I did do every week. Saturdays, I did not touch work. If I posted on Instagram, it's because I was scrolling Instagram anyway, but no intentional work actually happened on Saturdays, and it felt wonderful to have that pressure off, which is how I could tell that I was burnt out to begin with, is when I was like, I'm really jiving with not working. And I was like, maybe you need to fix that. But the fact is the Sabbath really helped me, so I'm carrying that over and doing that again this month. Every week, I want to change up this manicure. It is time to keep these nails in tip-top shape, even if I'm not going to a salon. I have some new nail polishes that hopefully will be coming in mid-month. I have a whole bunch of nail polishes that I should be using, and my goal is to change them at least once a week, which should be no problem because my other goal is to change them when they chip. So I'm not the person hanging out with like a bunch of chipped nails. I want to be a little bit classy and keep it cleaned up. And then my last weekly action item is meal and food prep. I I've been doing less meal prepping and more, I'm cooking dinner and let me make enough for a couple of days sort of thing. But I'm really enjoying having fresh fruits and vegetables in the house. I love coming home from the grocery store and taking a couple hours to really just make everything readily available so I don't have to work the rest of the week or only a couple times a week. And I've been loving cooking lately. So my husband and I talked about different recipes that we want to try, different meals he would be interested in having me prepare. And so I'm really looking forward to like sitting down and making a meal plan and knowing exactly what I'm going to be making, exactly on what days, and really just sort of fleshing out the whole meal planning thing that I've been trying to get into for a very long time. Lastly, I have my daily action items. These are items that I am hoping to be able to do every single day, and I earn a little check mark every single day. And the first one is earn your X. If you saw my consistency calendar video, that is where I am getting the earn my X from. So what does that mean? For those of you that don't know, I actually gave up weighing in for an indeterminate amount of time. I am no longer looking at the scale. My only focus right now is staying within a specific calorie range. Yes, I did say calories. Yes, I am still tracking Points Plus on the iTrackBites app, but calories is the goal for me, and I'm just observing how the Points Plus, how the carb conscious plan ends up relating to my calorie goal. Now that that is out of the way, how I earn my X on my calendar, meaning I had a successful day on plan, is I stay within my calorie range, I move my body for 30 minutes that day, and I drink at least a gallon of water. As long as I achieve those three things, my calendar gets a real big X through it for that day. If I do not achieve all three of those things, I get an ugly O in a color that I less than prefer. The goal by the end of the month is to have at least an 80% rate of consistency on my plan, and theoretically, my body will reflect that consistency. So I want to earn my X every day if possible. The next item is the 5 to Thrive. I want to get back on that bandwagon that we learned when we did the last 90 days with Rachel and Dave Hollis. The 5 to Thrive are habits that Rachel and Dave do every day that help encourage them to basically be their best selves, let's be honest. And the 5 to Thrive are as follows. Get up an hour earlier than you normally would and use that time for yourself. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to do that because I'm already getting up at 6, but maybe hopefully I'll be developing the energy to get up at 5:30 instead. I would not be angry about that, I'm not gonna lie. Thing number 2 is drink half of your body weight in ounces of water every day, which, as you guys know, to earn my X, I need to drink a gallon of water every day, which is more than half my body weight in ounces of water. Item number 3 is move your body for 30 minutes every day, which also will help me earn my X. You see the relation going here? Number 4 is to have a daily gratitude practice, which I already do with the Start Today journal. I want to make sure that I am doing that every day. And thing number 5 is to give up a group of food or a thing that you know you shouldn't be eating. This is usually the one that I go, I don't really need to do that. How can I apply that in some other way? This time around though, I think I'm actually gonna do it, and I can't decide which thing I wanna do first. I'm either going to do afternoon desserts, like that doesn't need to be a thing, or chips of any kind. Cheetos, popcorners, whatever. And the goal will be to just give it up for 30 days just to prove that I don't actually need that thing. I'll let you know which one I decide to do first. But as long as I get those 5 things in, I've done my 5 to Thrive and earned that check mark as well. The third daily action item I have written down is play. Literally, it says play with an exclamation point. And this could mean anything. It's just my reminder to do something fun for myself every single day. Does that mean play The Sims on my computer, or watch a movie, or goof off with my husband, or read a fun book? It doesn't matter what it means. Play with kinetic sand. Play with whatever I need that day to be considered play is fine, as long as I do it. That's all that matters. It's basically my reminder to myself to take a step back and have a little fun every day. A daily action item that I'm carrying over from last month is to put the phone down. I'm not giving it a determined amount of time this time, but what I'm going to do is just plug it into a different room and walk away. Basically, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be for at least half an hour. It could be for 2 hours. It doesn't really matter, but the goal is to just not pick up the phone, because I noticed that even though I did a pretty solid job of leaving the phone alone for 90 minutes every day, I could tell that I just wanted to. And then once I got it back, I catch myself looking at it so often that it infuriates me, and I need to let this thing go. And so I'm just going to encourage myself every day to be like, you know what? If you have to go downstairs for a little while, leave your phone in your office. Or if you have to go upstairs for a little while, leave your phone in the bedroom. Just do something without the phone every single day. It will not matter. It won't matter. The notifications can wait. They don't matter. You can put the ringtone on and the Fitbit can tell me if someone's calling me. It's fine, Brianna. It's fine. Put the phone down. Are you ready for this last one? This last one is major, and it is to show up as my dream self every day. The dream version of myself. And let me dive into this a little bit further, because this is actually a challenge that I am doing for myself. And I think if you guys want to participate, you are more than welcome to. But we're talking, my goal is to literally show up as the dream version of myself every day this month. And then I actually want to do a video summing up what changed or how I benefited from showing up as my dream self every day. Now, what is your dream self, Brianna? Your dream self is the person that you wish you were. And it can have elements, obviously, of the person you already are. But like, let's be honest, we all have that person we wish we were. I wish I was the person who got up without having to hit snooze. I wish I was the person who gravitated towards fruits and vegetables instead of sweet treats in the middle of the afternoon. You get what I'm saying. She's the woman who always drinks her water. She's the woman who joyfully works out and moves her body to honor her movement and honor the fact that she can. You get the point. So what I actually did was I sat down and reflected on what the dream version of myself was, and I wrote it down in this Wonder Woman, and that's not an accident, Wonder Woman notebook for me to look at and read every single day. The first page says, what if I showed up as my dream version of myself every day for the next 90 days? Which is something that Rachel Hollis has said. And she said that in something, and it really struck me. I was like, huh. What if I showed up as the dream version of myself? Even if that's not who I am yet, what if I just did it? What if I pretended that I was this woman for X amount of days? And so what I did was I wrote down who that dream girl is. And I thought I would share a couple of things with you. This video literally just turned into a different video that I hadn't planned on making. Anyway, my dream self gets up in the morning with fire in her step and passion in her veins, sets an early alarm every day, sets up her environment before bed so she can wake up to a clean home, an organized workspace, and a hot cup of coffee to get started. She makes the choice to bless her body with healthy, nourishing food choices, works out and moves her body daily, is at goal weight, has a cleaning schedule that she sticks to, is an exceptional homemaker, happily cooks nourishing and delicious meals, flirts with her husband every single day, spends time in God's word, always wanting to know him more, is kind and caring, is disciplined, does not let numbers on her channel get to her, does not let numbers on the scale get to her, creates content solely for the purpose to share, inspire, educate, or entertain her viewers, and is not worried about incomes, likes, views associated with it, praise, always must look to God daily, hourly for nourishment from him, knowing full well there is no other option. Plays with her dog is an active choice and not because Gracie is begging for it. Always strives for personal growth in all things. Values building strength of both mind and body. So you get the idea. I have several pages of stuff like that written down, and it's just the dream version of myself that I want to strive to be. And this month, I'm going to read this every morning as a reminder, maybe a couple times a day, and I'm going to be this woman. I'm gonna be this woman. Am I at my goal weight yet? No, but I'm going to act like the woman who is. Does that make sense? So that is my personal challenge to myself, and if it is something that you are interested in, I would encourage you to do something similar, because it literally cannot hurt you to try and show up as your dream version of yourself before you think you have achieved that woman. Anyway, those are my goals for the month of June. I know they're a little bit scattered, a little bit everywhere, but I'm really excited about them, if I'm being completely honest, because it's a little bit of everything. And I'm hoping that this this variation in my goals will help me sort of reset and refocus on what this new normal of life is. Because let's face it, the old normal is gone and we have to embrace that. So this is just me trying to prevent burnout, prevent that stress from weighing on me by making sure I'm having fun and doing things for myself and doing things for work and embracing every little bit of it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to join the Diva and the Divine community, we would love to have you. You know where that little red subscribe button is. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch. Happy June. I can't believe I'm saying that, but happy June. And I will see you. Take care, and I'll see you next time.